Nashville is getting hit with these storms, and it's going to, and matter of fact, they're seeing some radar indicated, not to the ground, but radar indicated rotation right about I-24 and Highway 155, 31W as well. So right in that area is where we do see some radar indicated. This is not indicative of an actual tornado, but radar indicated. And these, this is some powerful winds. So we're talking about 75, 85, 90 mile an hour winds. 615-737-9986. The phone number and the super text line is open. And if you're just joining us, we do see a tornado warning right now, including downtown, East Nashville, North Davidson County as well. Looking specifically at some neighborhoods and some areas, if you're near Licton, Ingram Road off of I-24, just north of Little Creek is where we are seeing some major storms right now. Of course, we do have rain all across Middle Tennessee, but specifically I-24. This is going to be north of Whites Creek. Bear Hollow Road is in the mix here as well. Tranham Road, Licton as well. And so you've got a pretty wide swath of Middle Tennessee that is being hit right now. And we continue to watch these storms as they make their way across Middle Tennessee. 615-737-9986. Our friends from Nash Severe Weather, they are showing, radar shows 86 mile an hour winds near the surface in East Nashville, heading to Hermitage and Old Hickory. 4:59 p.m. It is 5 o'clock right now. So if you are in Hermitage and Old Hickory, the tornado warning does continue, and that is where we are right now. And again, I'm not going to say that I'm shocked, but I will tell you I'm surprised at how fast this is moving across Middle Tennessee. And again, radar showing 86 mile an hour winds near the surface, East Nashville, Old Hickory, and Hermitage is being hit right now, which means that beyond Old Hickory and Hermitage, then it's going to make its way in towards, of course, Mount Juliet, Lebanon, Sumner County. That's where Henderson and Gallatin will be hit, Sumner County. And we continue to watch this. Nashville is continuing to get hit as well. We do still have these tornado warnings in effect, but as far as where we are right now and where the weather is and where the rotation is, it looks like, I'm looking now, I-24, if you're on I-24, right around Jolton, Forest Grove, Union Hill, you're going to get hit. Licton, again, is in the mix. It's approaching Goodlettsville, and, of course, once it goes beyond Goodlettsville, then it's going to head on into Sumner County. Let's see here. Hendersonville, you're in the mix as well, obviously. So this is, again, a very fast-moving storm, and the more that we watch this, the more we are concerned with these high winds. 75, 85 mile an hour winds, 86 mile an hour winds, and the tornado warning, they do continue to remain in effect. Tornado warning for a storm now near Beeman Park. ETAs Madison, Hendersonville, and Goodlettsville. They're getting hit right now, as a matter of fact. The super text line is open at 615-737-9986, 615-737-WWTN. Just to let you know the severity of these storms. And let me tell you right now, real quick, on I-65, just heading into just south of Goodlettsville, it looks like that area is getting hit really hard right now. Hendersonville, this is going to be on top of you momentarily. And if you are on 31W, looks like north of 24 or so, you are in the mix right now as well. I-65, right about 31, Goodlettsville, making its way eastward into Hendersonville. That seems to be where this really is centered right now as we continue to watch this. It looks like, and then Gallatin, you're going to be next, and this continues to be a tornado warning. Davidson, Sumner, Wilson County now, and that is until 5:30. It is 5:03 now on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. And I will tell you that in Gallatin, you are in the path of this as well. Right now, it doesn't look like the rotation that we were talking about earlier. I don't see that rotation is still in effect, but we are watching for incredibly high winds. I am at home in Mount Juliet. Let me give you some times real quick. Millersville, that's going to hit you at about 5:03. Hendersonville is 5:06. Green Hill is at 5:09. Mount Juliet, 5:12. Let's see here. Martha, 5:16. Gallatin, 5:17. And Trousdale, it's going to hit you at 5:20. So there is considerable wind, and I'm looking at the radar now, and it looks like Edenwald, Madison, Old Hickory is getting hit right now. Also, Goodlettsville, Union Hill, you're getting pummeled. And as we continue to watch where this is going, Madison Creek Road, I want to get a sort of micro into where this storm is and where it is headed as well. Remember, it is heading east. And right now it is in Goodlettsville. It's hitting Goodlettsville as it continues to go east. And this tornado warning, these tornado warnings do continue. Radar had listen to this. This is amazing. Radar had a 94-mile-an-hour wind at 500 feet in Madison, moving toward the old DuPont plant, toward Neely's Bend and Old Hickory. And that was just a few moments ago. Oh, here we go with a little bit more rotation. It's going to be on I-65 near Goodlettsville. Again, this is not a reported tornado. This is radar indicated, but we're not talking about a tornado that is touched down. But we do continue to see this. I-65, Goodlettsville, and it continues to head east. And this is very strong storms, obviously very high winds, as it continues to move eastbound, and it's going to skirt Hendersonville. Union Hill right now is getting hit. Again, Goodlettsville, Millersville as well. And I've got a lot of alerts coming in. Let's see here. What do we have? What do we have that's new? Madison Creek Road. You are about to get, no, you are getting pummeled right now. You know where 65 and then it juts off with a 31W, long drive, Madison Creek Road. That is where this storm is right now, getting real micro into some of these areas. Blind Pass, Allen Road, Madison Creek Road as well. And I can tell you here in Mount Juliet, we are getting now lightning and thunder. A tornado warning now 1 minute ago for near Beeman Park, ETAs. Yep, and there's the thunder outside here in northern Mount Juliet where I am. ETAs, Madison, Hendersonville, and Goodlettsville. It's already hit you. That was about 4:55. 90-mile-an-hour winds in North Nashville, and I'm looking at some of these. Images that are coming in on Twitter, and you've got a lot of wind. You've got a lot of rain. Looks like we do have
check.
We've got Madison Creek Road. We are seeing some rotation.
Check.
But again, and Chris, I can hear you. I can hear Chris Hand checking. Madison Creek, the area of Madison Creek Road, 31W, Happy Hollow Road as well. Montgomery Road, it looks like that is where we are seeing some rotation. That is Millersville, South Millersville, as this storm continues to go eastbound, and it is looking at the path, 5:15 p.m. It is right now 5:08. And 5:15, it's going to hit the area of 2 Chestnut, 5:19, Cummings Crossroads. And so that is, as it continues to go north and east, Millersville continues to get hit. The storm is crossing right now I-65, right around 41, south of 31W, north of Highway 386. And we have, and it looks like as we continue to watch where this storm is going, 615-737-9986, 615-737-WWTN.
Hey, Dan, how we doing, man?
Hey, Chris, I'm good, man. I hear you're coming in on Zoom. Just
Yes.
real quick, let me tell folks, 4800 on the super text line, raining extremely hard on Briley Parkway. Visibility is about 1/2 of a mile. So that tells you how hard that rain is. That rain is falling. You, of course, are in Murfreesboro. Are you seeing anything in Murfreesboro, Chris?
No, and we have been very lucky in Murfreesboro these past few days in the storms. But I mean, right now, Davidson, Sumner, Wilson counties, that is the danger zone currently. We're not seeing even rain in Murfreesboro.
A few spots, 70 mile an hour straight line winds now crossing I-65 in Williamson County as well. So we have a lot of wind, we have a lot of rain, low visibility as well. Real quickly, let me tell you that right now. And by the way, Tornado Watch is basically if you're within the listening area of Super Talk 99.7 WTN, we are under a tornado watch for basically all of our listening area. So this is going to be a storm that is moving incredibly fast. And as we've been talking about, Chris, and I know that you've seen the reports, you've been listening to me. These winds are incredible. And I don't know if you've seen any reports, Chris, of any hail. I'm sure there is some hail out there. Davidson, Wilson, Macon, Robertson, and Sumner County still under tornado warning, and getting into some specific neighborhoods and some specific streets near Hendersonville. We're looking at Savaley Drive off of 31E. I want you to think about 31E in Hendersonville, and where this is really hitting is just north of that, and we're talking about Iris Drive and some of these other neighborhoods and areas north of 31E as 31E crosses through Hendersonville. We're looking at Center Point as well. And I'm getting another tornado alert. Bell, are we still on, or are we taken down?
So we're still going to be live on the stream while the alert is going out over the air.
Right, that's right.
So if you're listening on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, that storm is heading directly towards Gallatin. It looks like right now, and they're also putting rotation detector on the radars on some of the things I'm watching, and they're looking at Bon Air, they're looking at Sugar Grove, they're looking at Turner Station as areas with really severe wind right now. Barefoot, Corinth, Nubia, that area looks like they're in a bad spot currently.
Yeah, and we do have, it is right now, it is 5:11. So if you're in Green Hill, you are getting hit. Mount Juliet, I'm in Mount Juliet, 5:12, which it is 5:12 right now, and Mount Juliet is getting hit. Gallatin, you're right, Chris, 5:16. Sumner County Regional, that is going to hit at 5:18, 5:19. Trousdale, Cairo, 5:21. Castalian Springs, 5:24. And Hunters Point at 5:26. And so, the more that we watch this storm, and the more that we have been watching this storm since it crossed into Dixon County and was heading eastbound, we're talking about this has knocked out a lot of power. We didn't have any rotation, any tornadoes hit the ground. But, Chris, the thing about this storm is these straight line winds. Again, 70, 80, 90 mile an hour winds. And so we do have a lot of power outages reported, and we'll have to wait and see ultimately what happens with these storms. One of the things as we look at this is Chris, you said that you were seeing some rotation detectors, I think is what you said.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was looking at a rotation detector on the screen, and they were looking at that area. It was north of Gallatin, that looked like it was really in for it. And there's indicating some things on the radar that it's right in that 386 area, heading towards up 31 east. That it's going to be getting messy here very shortly.
yeah, we're looking at tornado warnings. Let me throw some locations here. Gallatin High School. If you're in Gallatin, 516, LaGuardo 516, Gallatin 517. Again, Castellan Springs at 526. Beth Page, you are now in the path of this storm at
Yep.
529. It looks like as we look at the path of this storm, really, yeah, north of Nashville right now, although Nashville got hit earlier.
Yep.
Right now, it's looking like, and you're right, Chris, Gallatin is going to get here,
Yeah,
in a little bit.
it's knocking on the door of Gallatin in 2 minutes. It's going to be towards Liberty in about 15 minutes. Hartsville, 17 minutes. Westmoreland, 18 minutes. Pleasant Valley, 21 minutes. Rocky Mount, 23 minutes. Hayesville, 27 minutes. So
All right,
if you're in some of those areas out there, you definitely have some time as this storm moves through. But if you're in Gallatin as of right now, it's time to get to that safe space.
yeah, and somebody on the super text line at 0552, and Chad Benson joins us
How's it going,
in
man?
studio. It's going good, Chad, and thanks for joining us. 0552 telling us Trousdale County just went under a tornado warning till 6 o'clock as well. And so, we're looking at go ahead, Chris.
Well, I was going to say we also had the tornado warning in Davidson County canceled as the storm is moving east.
Yes, and I got to tell you, and Chad, I know you're just getting in, but the winds on this thing, 75, 85, 90 mile an hour, and it has been. We've seen a lot of power outages. So obviously, because we're not reporting it. By the way, some real quick times here. Beth Page now 528, Westmoreland 534, Westmoreland High School 535, Green Grove at 537, and it looks like Cottontown is going to get hit. Chad, from your vantage point, I know that you just got in.
Just walked in, and by the way, as I walked in, the
Yeah.
sirens started going off around the station. The tornado sirens.
They did,
Yep.
which is interesting because we have the Davidson County tornado warning was canceled. But it
Well-
looks like,
Well, I will. I got caught. So I was hanging out with my Sunday, driving back, and it was ferocious. It came out of nowhere. It was started with a sprinkle, and within 30 seconds, it was to the point where you couldn't see across a parking lot, and it's a nightmare out there right now. And the roads, by the way, are saturated everywhere.
well, if I may, just very quickly, Westmoreland, Cottontown is getting hit really hard right now.
People are saying Gallatin, just saw one on the ground. Please pray for us. Several other people are chiming in.
Mount Juliet as well. I have not seen 0895. Yeah, you're right, Chad. 0895 and Gallatin just saw one on the ground. I have not seen any indication that we have had any tornadoes hit the ground as of yet. Okay, another warning is going out. And what is the warning for? Let's see if we can. I'll get it right here. Let's see. Looks like we have Davidson County tornado warning. You're right, Chris, now canceled. That was 3 minutes ago as the storm does move east. Our friends in Nashville, severe weather. As we assess the storm damage, several trees are down from interstates to side streets. Good reminder. Actually, do not approach a power line. It may be live.
Absolutely.
Flash flooding, of course, also is occurring. It looks like
TDOT currently is reporting a road closure at I-40 eastbound at mile marker 141 to 143. They're saying that there's some trees and debris in the road.
Okay.
The other day I was, we were out and about in a little bit of this, and I was talking to you guys in the morning. The wind was bad, but not as bad as today. Today was the kind of wind where even sitting at a light, you feel your car starting to move and shake.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was. I was telling my wife and the kids, you guys feel that because we're starting to feel the car just kind of slowly move, and you could see stuff. The lights on the, in the lanes and stuff are shaking violently. It is crazy how strong you can feel this wind right now.
Folks are saying there is a tree across Sandersville Road in Mount Juliet, which is actually close to where I am. Real quick, as we look at what areas are getting hit right now with various weather impacts, you've got Franklin is getting hit now. Thompson Station is just about to get hit. Brentwood. The real hardcore weather, and Chris and Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, the real hardcore weather, though, still is going to be up near Hendersonville, Gallatin as well.
Yep, no, you're spot on with that. The tornado warning continues for Hendersonville, Gallatin, Millersville until 5:30. It does seem like the heaviest parts of the storm currently are going to be, in that northeast area of the city.
Okay.
The size of this storm is absolutely, when you just, and you explain it to people how big this is, where, it goes all the way down past Little Rock and all the way up through Columbus. This thing is a beast of a storm. And you were, as I was driving in, Dan, the other night, that thing, it kind of parked itself, lost a lot of that steam and just chilled. This thing is going 100 miles an hour, it feels like.
It is. And boy, you're right. I don't know, Chris or Chad, but this is a storm that, just for Middle Tennessee purposes, it stretches from Bowling Green to, all the way up. This storm goes all the way up to, Elizabethtown, Kentucky, to the north, through Nashville, and goes all the way south. I'm still looking to, looks like Mississippi, Louisiana, and beyond. This is a long storm.
Yeah, this thing is huge.
Yeah. But right now, I think the main focus is going to be, that Gallatin area currently is getting hit. Westmoreland, the storm is about 12 minutes away. Hartsville, the storm is about 12 minutes away. Pleasant Valley, 15 minutes. Lafayette in about 20 minutes. That's the danger zone right now.
Yeah, and Bell, if the phone lines are open, make sure they're open, please, if you could. 615-737-9986. In times like this, folks, and Gallatin is getting hammered right now. Lafayette, Hartsville, Bellwood, Carthage, Lebanon, you are next. And Cottontown, you're right. Cottontown, Gallatin is hitting right now. Westmoreland, again, Lafayette, Hartsville. We are talking about 70, 80 mile an hour winds. We're talking about low visibility on the roadways. The phone lines are open, 615-737-9986, 615-737-WWTN. Bell, if you could let us know if anybody calls in days like this. You are the eyes and ears for us here at Super Talk 99.7 WTN. The other day, Chad, you were talking about how you could not see across the street. LaGuardo, by the way, you're getting hit right now as well. You were talking about how you really couldn't even see across the street. Is that what you were seeing as well this time around?
Yeah, when I was we were on the 40, and it was so bad that my wife's like, maybe we should pull over, because people were pulling over left and right. It was so bad. And then you toss in the fact that, again, we are right now so saturated that it feels like the moment any of this rain hits, but it's dumping, it feels like buckets of rain on the ground, everything becomes a pond. And because we're already so saturated. And yeah, this was worse today than the other day.
It was.
Yeah, and because you threw the wind in there. And the wind, I'm telling you, it was way worse than the other day. It feels like it's much stronger than the other day, which is helping it move through quicker in some ways. But it's definitely, I think, causing more issues.
All right, and real quick, Bell, who is producing right now, Bell, real quick, we've got a couple of callers, but very quickly, it looks like we do have in the heart of this storm, Hunters Park is going to be hit at Hunters Point, 532, Hartsville, 540, Dixon Springs, 546, Riddleton, is that Riddleton, 548, and Bell, who's on the phone?
We got Ethan. Ethan, what's going on?
I was just coming down through Hendersonville here, coming from Hendersonville down to Gallatin, and I'm driving a empty tanker truck, and I just got hit with about 80 to 90 mile an hour winds and about pea-size hail.
Pea-size hail.
Everybody was stopping in the middle of the interstate or in the middle of the highway there, and I was getting pummeled by all of the wind and hail, and probably about around exit 1 there on 386, there was one of the overhead billboards that fallen down and collapsed in the middle of the road. So there's debris in the middle of the road on 386, almost 65 south.
Well, and I think that we're going to see a lot of debris. We are seeing, and people are reporting on the super text line that we are getting a lot of trees in the middle of the roadway as well.
There's also reports of thousands without power in the Nashville area after that storm has moved through.
I'll tell you what, I mean, these winds, even if we don't see any tornadoes, which I hope that we don't, but these winds are just pummeling and, knocking down power lines and doing whatever will ultimately cause power outages. So, Ethan, thank you very much for the call. I appreciate it. Chad, who else is on the line?
We got Ben it looks like Ben's in Gallatin. Ben, what's happening?
Real quick, the storm has come through just like what your guy just said about the storm, literally that you could not see. Same thing for us in Gallatin, you could not see in front of you. But we are on 109 headed up to Franklin, Kentucky. As we are talking, I've got a accident on the left-hand side on 109, just where people couldn't see and ran into each other. But the storm has passed. You can actually, it's like a steady sprinkle or a steady rain. You've got red lights out on 109. So far as the debris, you did see there was flying debris like limbs and stuff of that nature. We did not see any rotation, but it has passed through the Gallatin area.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And guys, real quick, Castalian Springs, Hickory Grove, Cairo, those are the areas that are getting hit right now. Hickory Grove, Walnut Grove, Castalian Springs, of course, it's going to hit you. It's right on top of you right about now. And, Bell, I don't know if there's any more calls, 615-737-9986. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Chad?
We're good right now with the calls. I'm just looking at this. Hey, Dan, we weren't supposed to get this for a few hours, right?
No, we weren't.
This storm's moving fast. They're tracking it at around 63, 65 miles per hour. Liberty in 7 minutes, Westmoreland in 9 minutes, Hartsville in 10 minutes, Pleasant Valley in 13 minutes, Rocky Mound 15 minutes.
Lots of debris in Cottontown off 25, 7 Points Campground to Hermitage, 506. Thank you to Caitlin. She has sent some photos on the Supertext line. Very ominous looking clouds.
Yes.
And we continue to watch these storms. Let's see here. Most of the big wind and tornado drama has gone east as this event they talk about from National Severe Weather and other outlets transitions to a flash flood warning. We do have trees down. We probably have some power lines down as well. Remember to avoid the flooded roads. Do not approach those down power lines, of course. I'm speaking the obvious, folks. I think that most of us know that, but it does stand to reason that we all need a good reminder. Looking at the radar, guys, it looks like Hartsville is in the path of this storm now. Lafayette, Lebanon is going to get hit. It feels like it's still raining in Mount Juliet, but man, that did pass by fast. Here in Mount Juliet, by the way, tornado warning still for Sumner, Wilson, and Macon counties. So yes, it is continuing to travel east. But it was like a flash, like 5-10 minutes here, and then it was gone. It made its way through very quickly.
Yeah, it's moving fast for sure. It'll be interesting to see if they let these tornado warnings that were in effect until 5:30 just kind of cancel out, or if they continue them. But I agree with you. It does seem like most of the reporting on the ground is that the big tornado drama is kind of calming down.
For now, Chad, you were talking about, and we were talking about the size of this storm, how this thing, you know what? Somebody mentioned on the super text line that these storms stretch all the way down to the Gulf of America.
Yep.
And so when you, let's zoom out if we could. Let's zoom out, and I don't know if there's a way to gauge how long this is going to be going on. And by the way, Chad, you were absolutely right, where you were talking about how these weren't supposed to hit until, coming into our area at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it hit Dixon. I think it was about 3:30, or
the
something
speed.
like that.
I was looking earlier today, and it was in Memphis. It was heading in that direction. You think, okay, and then all of a sudden it started to pick up, and you could tell the speed at which it was moving was tremendous, which is great. We'd like it not to stay here like the one did the other day. But it came in, just shows you how fast these things can go.
And Chad, if I may, real quick, Beth Page is getting hammered right now, and it is continuing to travel eastbound. So if you are in Webtown, Lafayette, Gallatin? Is that Gallatin?
Yeah, I think so.
Enon? So, and these are, when we do this, there are times when there are little areas or neighborhoods or little regions or towns that I've been here 11 years. I've never heard of some of these places, but just as we watch where this is going, if you're listening on the radio and you are in Webtown, or of course I know where Lafayette is, obviously, just know that these storms are headed your way.
Yeah, and that tornado warning in Sumner County is going until 6 o'clock, and I've seen video of this storm passing through. I mean, these clouds are just monstrous. It looks just ominous as it rolls in.
Yeah, we have some people on the text line who've sent us some videos, and it looks like it. The best way to describe it, folks, is an angry sky.
Yep.
Lindsay has texted in. This was at 5:28, 2 minutes ago. Hermitage is getting hit with rain. Let's see here.
Smith County going to get it right now.
Yeah,
That's what
Smith
Lindsay
County.
said.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to look out. It looks like Hartsville, Hunters Point, Westmoreland is getting hit right now. Lafayette, you're going to get hit here in the next few minutes. I'm going to look outside real quick and see what's going on in Mount Juliet. The tornado warnings still continue for Sumner, Wilson, and Macon counties. Some real quick times for you. Green Grove, 5:34. Hartsville, 5:34. Lafayette, 5:43. Macon County High School, 5:46. Webtown, 5:47. And Galen, 5:48. So that's the current times for the storms as it continues to move east north of Nashville. I'm going to go look out the window real quick, guys, just to find out what's going on.
That's good.
Woods.
Of course. I mean, this storm is definitely knocking on the door of Westmoreland as we speak. Turner Station in 4 minutes, Hartsville in 4 minutes, Pleasant Valley in 6 minutes, Rocky Mound in 8 minutes, Forest Springs in 11 minutes, Hayesville in 11 minutes, Lafayette in 12 minutes. It has the potential for devastating wind. So, take the warning serious.
Absolutely. And the other thing is behind it is something that and Chris, you and I have talked about. Everybody, because we're so saturated, if you're on the roads, you think anything is flooded, you think you can try to go through something, don't do it. It is absolutely chucking down the amount of rain that makes everything flash flood worthy at this point in time. And you throw that in with the winds, this has the potential to do a lot of damage after the winds move through.
By the way,
you're absolutely right.
2-inch hail, guys, 2-inch hail within this storm. East of Lebanon and heading that way.
But back to Chad's point about the flash flooding, it only takes a foot of water to sweep away a car. So don't do it. And then with all the saturation, trees it's much easier for them to fall at this point, right? So you don't know what's underneath that water. Also, you don't know what you're driving into. Just turn around. Don't risk it.
We got Matthew on the line in Macon County. Matthew, what's happening?
Well, I stopped up on the way into Lafayette looking back. There is a huge lowering. Looks like it. I'm not sure if it's on the ground or not, but it's pretty big back towards Westmoreland.
Wow.
Sometimes these storms, And it was interesting. You remember, because I know, Chris, you and Chad both saw, and by the way, just very quickly, right now, a lot of rain, a lot of wind in Franklin. It is still raining where I am at in Mount Juliet, but the big storm has passed where I am in North Mount Juliet.
38,993 people without power right now in the Nashville area because of these storms and this wind.
Lightning strikes, a total of 1,343 total lightning strikes as well with this storm.
I don't know if you guys are seeing this on the text line, but 0895 has some pictures, and it sure looks like a cloud is getting ready to touch down there.
0895, let's see, let's look at it. Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks like what we saw in Spring Hill.
Yeah.
Now, Spring Hill, I don't know, was that actually a tornado that touched down, or was it just a massive wall of water? Because I've seen, and Chad, you spent time obviously in Arizona.
Oh, God, yeah.
And you and I have both seen that massive wall of water as it looks like a tornado, but it's actually not.
That
but
looks like
it's
a
enough
massive
to get your attention.
Wall of water. And we got another picture that came in of Kathy out in Madison, her flagpole, which was a real pole, not some. It is bent over like it looks like somebody just took a little stick and just broke it. So this wind and stuff is ferocious. We got another caller. We have Rivergate. Joseph, what's happening?
Man, it's bad out here. I think one just touched down.
Where's Joseph? Where's Joseph?
He's in Rivergate.
Madison area, Rivergate, Goodlettsville. I was on Rivergate Parkway, and it came so fast. We couldn't see nothing. The traffic lights was spinning around the pole, and there was about 25 of us in the underpass. And it's just trees everywhere down out here, all up Old Hickory Boulevard. And it came and went pretty fast. It had to be. I called my friend. He said a tornado. They were saying a tornado did touch down, but it had to be. I ain't never seen nothing like it. It was so fast. But
well, they're talking about, if I may, just very quickly, they're talking about some rotation north of Best Page near Westmoreland. Guys, I don't know if you're seeing this.
Yeah.
Looks like west of Fairview. Go ahead.
Hey, guys, check out the video that's 7966. That looks as tornado-esque as you will see. I don't think that's water.
No, that doesn't look like water. I don't.
No, that doesn't look like water.
No. So basically what it looks like, I mean, somebody's got to describe it. A massive cloud and coming down, it kind of looks like, I don't know, I'm going to get mocked for saying this. It looks like a mushroom. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Like a massive head on it, and then you've got the big wall of water or wind or whatever that is touching down. They're saying the 3989 trees are down over 109. That's going to be.
Yep. I was just about to bring that up, and I think that's one of the most important things that we can do right now with everything moving so quickly is crowdsourcing the information. So if you're out there and you see something, pick up the phone and give us a call. Send us a text. Both the numbers are the same: 615-737-9986. You can also send stuff to our social accounts. We're on X at 997WTN. And then share the live streams with your friends. That way everybody can be up to speed on what's going on.
Yeah, it looks like Westmoreland and them are there. There's an area there where they're really concentrating. We've got rotation, and it looks like it's that weird kind of behind it looks like cooler air. It's hitting to the warmer air, and it looks like, it looks angry.
Yeah, that storm is right on top of Hartsville currently too. They say wind is picking up in Hartsville.
So this is, it looks like the area, guys, and like north of Bethpage, southern part of Westmoreland. I'm trying to find, is that Highway 231?
See here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to zoom in as best I can. Yeah, that's Highway 231. So you've got, if you're in Westmoreland and you're in that area, they're not reporting yet on TV or online there's an actual tornado that has touched down, but from what we're seeing, and they're investigating it, at the very least it's a possibility as Westmoreland gets hit with this, and it's again still going incredibly fast as it makes its way through. 615-737-9986. 615-737-9986. 6106 says, we are in Gallatin, coming from 386. It has indeed calmed down. 7966, guys, has sent another video in, and those skies, I think you said it, Chad, as tornado-esque as you can see. And right now we have a lot of power outages that are going on. We do have a lot of trees. I'm assuming power poles are down as well.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of reports of power lines down via the texters, and we got almost 40,000 without power in the Nashville area alone.
Stay away from anything power line-esque, and they're showing some pictures. Telephone poles snap, power lines snapped like twigs right now in certain areas. Ethan just, and he's in Bethpage, just texting with a picture. It came by, whatever it was. It was a beast, I'll tell you that right now by the looks of it. But yeah, and there's more. I mean, some of these videos and pictures, it's, if you were to go and like movie-esque try to show what it would look like in Twister, where you see something forming, it's happening. We got Ken in Sumner. Ken, what's happening?
Hey, you talking about me?
Yeah.
This is Tim.
No, Tim.
Yeah, so I believe the tornado they were talking about went through our neighborhood or near it, because we could see it and hear it, the rolling clouds, but couldn't see the cone, of course, but we were sheltering. So very, very loud. Does not sound like a freight train like everybody says, because we actually live next to a train track, so we know the difference. But it was loud wind and tons of rain. But I'm going to go out and see if there's any damage in my neighborhood here soon now that we're safe.
Well, call us back if you call us back if you call us back. By the way, Lafayette, you're next. Hermitage Springs, you're next as well, as this system continues to move west to east. Westmoreland, of course, you've got a lot of lightning strikes, and yeah, it's heading east. Talking about a lot of winds. Seeing some of the, and you were talking about it, Chad, seeing some of these images, it is crazy. You are talking about power poles that are snapped in half like a toothpick. Yeah, it is. The wind does stuff, and a lot of times with the wind as strong as it is, what I'm seeing is a lot of these it's the debris that you have to watch out for. It may not have a funnel cloud, but it's just got a picture from 5437. And there's a massive tree, snapped it like a twig, threw it in the middle of the road. You've got to watch out for stuff. This stuff is flying around everywhere. 615-737-9986, 615-737-WWTN. Chris?
A lot of pictures of damage coming in on the super text line, 615-737-9986. And it's just a reminder to be extra careful out there. I got a text saying that the power is out on 109, so all the stoplights aren't working. So everything turns into a four-way stop at that point.
Yeah, people are calling in flooding on 40. I think, where did I see that? Somebody said there was flooding on I-40 coming in from east of town, Hermitage Avenue flooding as well. We know that, as we were talking about, the ground is absolutely saturated. Other people saying the power is out. 6106, where is the power out? That's where I want to know. Hey, folks, if you... oh, they're in Gallatin. So apparently there's some power outages in Gallatin. A couple of folks on the Supertext line have said that their power is out, but they luckily had some charge on their phones, and so they're listening to us or watching us on YouTube. I'm assuming we're on YouTube. And here's some times real quick as this storm moves east. Galen, 549. Pumpkintown, 552.
Not Pumpkintown.
Pumpkintown, yes. Enon, 552. Red Boiling Estates, 556. I don't know where any of these places are. Clementsville.
Red Boiling is out towards Lafayette. That's where that tornado warning is moving. And they're Lafayette, Red Boiling Springs, Hermitage Springs. They're under a tornado warning until 6:30. And then the flash flood warning is still continuing as well.
And by the way, just real quickly, they've added Clay counties to the tornado warning. So Sumner, Wilson, Macon, and now Clay County. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay, good to know. And then the flood warning is continuing for Murfreesboro, Franklin, Smyrna until 11:45 tonight.
All right, and looks like Lafayette is still getting hit right now. Westmoreland is still getting hit. This is going to be Westmoreland south of Scottsville. As let's see, we still have the tornado warnings issued: Sumner, Wilson, Macon, and Clay counties. As you look at this storm in Westmoreland, it looks like it's going to be just getting real New Zion in the Westmoreland area. Rocky Mound as well. Crossroads is getting absolutely hammered right now. And if you're in Rocky Mound or Crossroads, as this storm continues to head east, you are about to get pounded. Also, Long Creek, if you're south of Cross Ponds and Rocky Mound, that is an area that is also going to get hit, if not already getting hit. It is about to get hit as this storm continues to head eastbound. And in the wake of these storms, as it continues to move east, with these tornado warnings continuing in Sumner, Wilson, Macon, and Clay counties, expect power outages. Get to your safe space. By the way, obviously, if you are listening to us right now and you're hearing us tell you where these storms are going to be in the next few minutes, obviously make sure you know where your safe space is, where are your phones, chargers and flashlights, batteries, all of that. We've known this has been coming for quite some time. Lafayette, you are about to get hammered, just so you know. And again, in the wake of these storms, we are talking about power outages, a lot of flooding, a lot of trees on the ground. Real quickly, it looks like a Galen. What time is it now? It is 5:43, 5:45 now. So a Galen, 5:55. Pumpkintown, 5:58 now. These times are updating. Enon, 5:58.
All right.
Bug tussle?
Yeah.
6:01?
Famous bug tussle.
The famous bug tussle.
We got a caller here, Dan. Let's jump on this.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Steve Wilson, what's happening?
Yes, I just want to let you guys know that wind's picking up bad around 605, 109, 840 area, and the water's been crazy. And on top of that, I've seen wind take bumpers off of cars going down the interstate. So it's getting really extreme out here, too.
Yeah, it's crazy out there right now. Hey, guys, check out the video of 4519. That is how ferocious the weather is. And, if you check out the text on 4519, just to see the wind and the rain in this, and to explain it, it's sideways. It's not coming. It's not even hitting the ground at times. It's going so fast and being blown to the side so much.
Yeah, and Ethan called earlier, and he was talking about, I think it was Ethan, he was driving down the road, and he was talking about how the wind just absolutely shook his car as he was driving down the road. And it was one of those things where you have to really, grab on both hands and make sure you are okay as as you're driving down the road, because these winds, I haven't seen an update on how fast these winds are going, but they were going, 75, 85, 90 miles an hour. And so this is a very fast moving storm. It continues to move as it is now. Looks like it's hitting, guys. I don't know if you're in front of you, the radar, but it looks like Lafayette is getting hit now. It's going to continue to move east into Hermitage Springs. Tompkinsville, you are in the path as well. It's going to continue to head.
Frog Pond is in the path. Browns is in the path. Beach Bottom is getting blasted right now. Kirby is in the path. Green Valley, Enon, Sunrise. The storm's moving fast. About 65 miles per hour right now.
65 miles an hour?
Yep, that's what I'm looking at right here on the radar.
So it looks like as we continue to watch this, as this continues to move more and more eastbound and frankly, out of our listening area. In fact, that tornado warning expires at 6:30. which is about 45 minutes from now. But it is continuing to move ever eastbound, and but there's a lot of flooding concerns.
Yes, because it doesn't look like
event.
we're going to have any break in this until at least 8 o'clock in the surrounding areas with the amount of rain before we get a break. And it looks like it's going to dump a lot of rain. We're already saturated. I mean, I was out on the roads, and the minute some of the water came, it was like everything just started to fill up.
Guys, not to overstate the obvious, but the to-be-expected flash flood warnings are starting to roll in through the EAS system now. So,
Okay.
Does that I should know this, but I don't. Does that knock us off the radio?
no, that doesn't.
No.
It's only when it's a tornado.
Only
warning.
tornado. But the amount of precipitation behind the hard stuff that's rolled through is still large amounts of rain that's going to be coming through our area for at least another 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of folks, chiming in as far as how fast the wind was going. I mean, earlier the wind was 90 miles an hour in North Nashville, and as you see some of these videos that are being sent to us at 615-737-9986, a number of things. Number one is these massive clouds and the cloud bursts, and what looks like tornadoes coming down from the sky down to the ground. No one thus far, anyway. And by the way, let's not forget our friends up in Hopkinsville and Clarksville. They are getting hit as well. I don't see anything rotation-wise or tornadic in those areas, but I think we. So even if you're not being hit by anything tornadic, still a lot of rain, a lot of straight-line winds that have been pummeling Middle Tennessee. Is it raining, Chris, in Murfreesboro where you are?
I mean, the clouds are starting to look more ominous, but we haven't had a drop of rain here in the borough. And I just keep feeling like we're dodging bullets with all these storms here in Murfreesboro. We haven't really had much of anything. However, currently the National Weather Service said the strongest storms are heading towards Lafayette, Red Bowling Springs, and these are the only warnings that they currently have in effect. So it does seem like the majority of the city is kind of in the clear as of right now.
Keith in Sumner's online. Keith, what's happening out there?
In Goodlettsville, going up Dry Creek Road towards Union Hill Road, there's a tree down blocking the road with power lines down.
So, and stay away from the power lines. That's we shouldn't have to tell everybody that, but the reality is there's a reason we tell people that, because some people don't know that those power lines, you don't even think they are. If they're live, you may not be.
Absolutely.
That's a great point, Chad. That's a great way to put it.
There's Murfreesboro has traffic signal lights that have snapped off, just dangling in the street.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
in Murfreesboro?
Right on Osborne, just snapped it, and it's just kind of just floating over the center of it with dangling wires. But it's dry, though. They're showing the pictures dry, so the winds obviously got there first.
Yeah, it's been windy down here for sure. It has been very, very windy. We've just avoided a lot of the rain. I mean, even when you look at some of these 5-day rain totals, you got places like Clarksville getting almost 9 inches. Murfreesboro hasn't even cracked an inch with these storms that we've had.
Real quickly, let me get some times in, guys, as this continues to move east. Gumtree, 604. Emberton, 604. Jeffrey, 605. Tompkinsville, 610. Grandview, 611. Rockbridge, 614. Permissian at 618. And Blythe at 619. As this storm continues to move north. You call that northeast, right, guys? Northeast?
Yeah. Yep.
We've got Anna in Rutherford. Anna, what are you seeing out there?
Hey, I live in Smyrna, and you were asking about the rain. It's pouring down rain in Smyrna.
Okay, and how's the wind? How's the wind, Dan?
Anna,
sorry.
It's pretty bad. But the wind, the rain just started when y'all were asking about Murfreesboro if it was raining. So it's really pouring down here.
All right, thank you very much,
Okay.
Anna. Appreciate the heads up. Yeah, there is the effects and the impacts of this rain, and I have not looked at the long range forecast because it keeps changing. Like,
Yep.
Chad, you and I were talking about this earlier, and we are still under tornado warnings in Clay, Macon, Wilson, and Sumner County. But we're talking about the longer range forecast. We were supposed to be getting storms all the way through tonight and into tomorrow. I don't know if that is still the case. We're talking about, if you want to zoom out, guys, you talk about the length of this storm, where it was. And by the way, just so everyone knows, we are still seeing heavy rain in Smyrna, and it looks like it's still west of Murfreesboro, Chris. Almaville is getting hit, College Grove right now, and Brentwood. Somebody says Smyrna is drowning. 3137 says power is out in Laverne, and Smyrna is drowning. And Ann says, this is way too many storms for us.
Yeah,
that would absolutely track with the way things are going. But it does seem like the big tornadic event, that risk is kind of subsided for now.
Yeah.
Nashville severe weather on X saying the main storm event is over. Flash flood event ongoing. Avoid flooded roads, obviously. But I mean, that's kind of where we are. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of rain. There's going to be a lot of wind. It is still going to be an absolute mess. None of that is disappearing anytime soon in a lot of these areas. But at least the main event seems to have passed for now.
Yeah, and it's if you guys are one of you is on the radar. I'm looking at the radar. We're talking earlier about how, because I'm trying to figure out what we're going to be looking at for the next 12 to 24 hours. And
so I'm on the big radar here, and it's a beast of a storm, but it's going to start subsiding, and it behind it there's still rain all the way out through Missouri and in parts of into Kansas City near Topeka, moving in this direction. It looks like we could have some storms, but we don't know what it looks like because you and I were talking earlier. It wasn't supposed to be here this fast, and it's starting to dissipate. So could we get a break? It's a possibility, especially with as fast as it's moving. It might start to break it up a lot quicker. But there's definitely behind it, at least for the next 2 hours in and around, Davidson and several of the counties around here, it is going to rain continuously for the next couple hours.
Yeah, and right now, it looks like, where is that? You're right. There are some storms that are definitely on the way. The question is, will they turn tornadic as they make their way into Middle Tennessee? Right now, they're closer to Memphis and making their way north and east into our area as we continue to watch these storms develop. Sumner, Wilson, Macon, and Clay counties, where they're still talking about these tornado warnings that have been issued. But I think, guys, right now, let me just do a couple of updates here. Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if we need to stay on the air right now or if we want to take a break as the main crux of the storms continue to move east and outside of our listening area. Is there a reason to continue to stay on now?
No, I think we're okay now. I think we could probably take a break and get the ID in and get some of these spots and stuff and take a quick breath and kind of reconfigure the storm and see what's happening.
All right, real quick, just so folks know, Gainsboro, Salina, Tompkinsville, Burkesville, you are going to be in the path of some of this storm as it continues to move north and east. But Bell, I think it is time for us to go ahead and take some. And by the way, Chuck says this is specifically for you, Chris. Chuck says the rain is getting ready to hit Murfreesboro, so we'll look forward to hearing your reports here in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and get some.
I'll take us back to regular programming, but if everybody can stay connected just in case we need to come back.
Sounds good. I think, Are we all in agreement?
Yep. Sounds good.
I think that makes the most sense because, something could pop up very quickly. Keep your head on a swivel out there. But I think as for right now, we're in a good spot.
All right. Thanks for listening, folks. And we'll return as needed here on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
sleep well, or you're experiencing a lot of muscle cramps, a lot of aching in your body, this is an absolute. It's so simple, but it controls most every function in your whole body. You're someone that's been diagnosed with a condition, you've been on blood pressure medications, all these things. CalMax is so unique. It's something that I urge you to try because CalMax can help you.
Well, Dr. Pincus, I think that's great advice, and I want to thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today.
Thank you for having me on your show.
All right, folks, this is your last chance to get that free book on calcium and try Dr. Pincus's CalMax formula absolutely risk-free. Here's the special toll-free number to call. It's 1-800-827-1205. As we've been talking about, CalMax is a very unique blend of calcium and magnesium that gets absorbed into your bloodstream so you can replenish those vital nutrients that your body burns up when you experience stress. And remember, Dr. Pincus has arranged a very special offer here. It's only available to you listeners, so when you call, be sure to mention this program to get that risk-free trial of CalMax. Again, this is only available to you listeners and only if you call this special toll-free number. It's 1-800-827-1205. Plus, if you're one of the first 100 callers, you'll get an extra free supply with your order. So all you have to do is pick up the phone and call 1-800-827-1205. And when you call today, you're also going to get that free book. It's called The User's Guide to Calcium and Magnesium. Now, this book is packed with all kinds of great information about why your calcium needs change with age, calcium's role in cardiovascular health, diabetes, osteoporosis, depression, fatigue. It's all in this very informative book that's yours free when you call and order today. So, folks, this is a really great offer. Again, you get to try CalMax absolutely risk-free. Be one of the first 100 callers. You're going to get that extra free bottle, plus you're going to receive the free book. The number to call is 1-800.
WWTN, Hendersonville, Nashville. From the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios, Super Talk 99.7. WTN.
From ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. President Trump has asked the American public and the business owners of the country to be patient as the tariffs he imposed this week sent the stock market into a spiral. But some Republicans not ready to accept that all will be well. To Washington and ABC's Jay O'Brien.
Handful of congressional Republicans introducing legislation to allow Congress the power to vote on any future tariffs the president would enact. That's being pushed by Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley, typically a top Trump Republican ally, who now says he's worried about the financial future of farmers in his state.
Grassley's proposal would likely need the support of House Speaker Mike Johnson to become law, which isn't expected to happen. On those tariffs, Missouri farmer Bryant Kagi works in the soybean industry, and China's long been their biggest buyer. His message for President Trump:
our products are good quality products that speak for themselves in the market, and I think I'd prefer the government stay out of the way and allow us to sell our products where they're needed and where they can gain the most value.
A severe weather warning as a catastrophic flash flooding and tornadoes are expected at the same time. We're watching Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, and now parts further north. ABC meteorologist Danny Beckstrom.
At this point, the ground is already saturated, meaning the continued downpours easily trigger life-threatening flash flooding from much of the Mid-South to the Ohio River Valley. It's the same area still seeing a tornado threat. The National Weather Service calling this a once-in-a-generation event because these communities are being impacted by both dangers simultaneously through tonight.
Attorneys for a detained Tufts University doctoral student speaking out after a judge moved the case to Vermont Friday. Turkish national Rumsiye Öztürk was taken into custody in New Hampshire at the end of March and then moved to an immigration detention facility in Louisiana. Attorney Jesse Rossman.
Rumsiye Öztürk is a scholar. She has not been charged with any crime.
Rossman says Öztürk is being unfairly punished for taking part in pro-Palestinian protests. You're listening to ABC News.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Struggling with back taxes or unfiled returns? Owe the IRS $10,000 or more? With the IRS ramping up enforcement, taxpayers across the country are turning to tax relief helpers. Call 800-885-0622 now. End IRS stress today. Stop collection efforts, wage garnishments, and sleepless nights. Tax Relief Helpers can help you or your business settle your tax debt quickly and affordably. Call the Tax Relief Helpers hotline at 800-885-0622. That's 800-885-0622. Start your relief today.
Once prominent Catholic cardinal, later removed from the priesthood for sexual misconduct, has died.
Theodore McCarrick was the most important Catholic figure in America. He was a cardinal when he told the City Club of Cleveland in 2002 that the sex abuse scandal...
It is so hurtful to young people and so hurtful to families and ultimately so hurtful to the church.
But McCarrick himself was accused of molesting numerous young men and boys. He resigned from the College of Cardinals in 2018 and was defrocked 1 year later by Pope Francis. The Vatican's announced McCarrick's death in Missouri. He was 94. Brian Clark, ABC News.
A federal judge has ordered a Maryland man deported to the notorious prison in El Salvador to be returned to the U.S. Lawyers for the government admitted they made a mistake in his case, but not long after the judge ruled, the Trump administration said it was appealing the decision. In Long Island, New York, doctors at North Shore University Hospital performing a rare 3-organ transplant procedure. The 47-year-old got a heart, liver, and kidney transplant. Sergio Arasestuni from Queens saying that he wants to honor his doctor, the surgeon, Dr. Emil Falmi.
It's definitely not another day in the office, not a regular day. Moments like this are very rewarding to the team.
Those 3 organs were all a match, and they all came from the same exact donor. Quite a story. I'm Dave Packer, ABC News.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Vince Colonnese is redefining news talk with The Vince Show.
This is unheard of in media. Dan Bongino is becoming deputy director of the FBI. I'm taking over on the Dan Bongino Show, which will now be The Vince Show. Just an advanced preview. It's going to be exhilarating. It is a reflection of your response to this program that we get to take this thing to the next level. These gigantic shows right out the gate. This is going to be so much fun. It's unbelievable.
The Vince Show and Vince Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Brought to you by Dr. Friday Tax and Financial Firm, an enrolled agent with the IRS to represent you. For tax services, planning, business, and IRS negotiation, call 615-367-0819 or at drfriday.com.
Well, hey, I'm Dr. Ben with the healthiest hour on the radio. I believe with all my heart that God created us on the 6th day of creation as his masterpiece and that everything we need to be healthy is right in our DNA. However, there's a certain set of rules that we must follow and obey. Join me on the weekends right here on 99.7 to find out how.
Hi, this is Josh Groban. My favorite thing about music is its ability to inspire and nourish the soul. That's why I'm proud to work with Feeding America, an organization that inspires hope for families in need and helps nourish the 16 million kids in this country struggling with hunger. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and helps get it to kids in need, but they can't do it alone. Find out how you can help at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The following program.
It happened this past week. Oh my gosh, it was a big birthday. Microsoft Corporation. Guess how old they turned? 50 years old. That's right. The company behind Internet Explorer is now old enough to use Internet Explorer as its daily browser. It just reminds me of the time that I interviewed Bill Gates. I was so excited, and I landed this interview with Bill Gates so many years ago, and my mother was super excited too because I was single at the time, and she was always on the lookout for like the perfect match. But let me tell you, it was not exactly a spark fest. I mean, Bill gave short one-word answers like, "So, Bill, where do you think the future's going?" He's like, "Oh, ahead." I'm like, "Okay, thank you for that." He also swayed back and forth as he was talking. And then afterwards, my mom called me. She's like, how'd it go? How'd it go? And I said, it was pretty rough. Then she paused and she came back with this gem I'll never forget. She said to me, honey, with that kind of money, we can fix anything. Wow. And on that happy note, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to America's largest award-winning best show about all things digital. I'm Kim Commando, your beloved digital goddess, here with you once again with a big task. I always want to make sure that you are tech ahead and never left tech behind in the digital dust. And after all, you can find my show on over 420 top stations across the United States. And we're streaming everywhere in your favorite radio app. And also wherever you get your podcasts, just search for Commando with a K. And if you're more of the visual type, head over to youtube.com/Kim Commando, and then you can actually watch the show. And I'd like to say hello to all of our listeners on the American Forces Network Radio, reaching over 375,000 U.S. service members. We love each and every one of you. And the Commando hotline's open. I know you have some questions that you need my help with, because after all, I know you can go to Gemini and Copilot, Perplexity and ChatGPT and DeepSeek and Madness and all the others. But that's AI, and it hallucinates. And when you need trusted advice, that's why you need to call 1-888-825-5254. And just a reminder, you can always schedule a time to speak with me here on the show. Head over to commando.com and hit the link at the top that says Ask Kim. And I'd like to thank NetSuite for helping to make this show possible. Do you know over 41,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle? It's the #1 cloud ERP at bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR all into one platform. Download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free right now at netsuite.com/Kim. Every single day of my life, weekends, national holidays, even when I'm on vacation, I make sure that I'm always tech ahead so that this way I can bring you the top 5 things that you need to know that are happening right now. And then we're going to start with #1, TikTok. Now, as I am recording this show, a few groups have made offers to take over TikTok. Amazon came in the ring, Oracle, AppLovin, the founder of OnlyFans, and then also with some money from Steve Wynn from Las Vegas. Even a crypto-funded team has thrown in a bid. Now, one billionaire wants to turn TikTok into some kind of, he says, ethical social media platform. Not sure what that means. But ByteDance has not agreed to do anything as of yet. Now, rumor is that President Trump wants to announce something that he's calling TikTok America, a company that's owned plus or minus 50% by U.S. investors and about 20% by ByteDance, and they would license the algorithm, and the remaining percentages are kind of still up in the air. But even when the app is under new ownership, things are going to get tricky. How is TikTok going to change? Is it still going to recommend the same content? Is TikTok Shop really going to be working the same way as it does right now? Because remember, we got a lot of tariffs that are also coming down the line. And even with the sale, it's not a done deal. U.S. regulators, they have to sign off. Lawsuits, lawmakers are watching it. So for now, TikTok is still here, but make no mistake, whoever controls TikTok is going to own a lot of the world. All right, moving on to #2. Is Google the new Kodak? Let's talk about these tech companies. Okay, AT&T should have owned the internet, right? Because they had a dial tone into everybody's homes. What about Sears? It should have owned Amazon, right? But what happened to Google? History is just full of powerful companies that languish because, as I always say, if you don't innovate, then you evaporate. Do you know that Blockbuster Video was offered Netflix for pennies and they turned it down? So now we have Google, and they're trying to throw half-baked AI into all these searches, and it doesn't really work. So what's happening is that people are migrating away from Google and just going to ChatGPT or the others to get their answers. Yeah, Google. It just may become the next Kodak. Moving on to #3, it's not the worst thing to happen in baseball, but let me tell you, it's up there. During an A's versus Cubs game, this drone was buzzing around in the outfield while security just stood still going, I don't know, what are we going to do here? We have a hero, a 22-year-old bat boy, Stuart Thalman. He sprang into action, armed with nothing but a Louisville slugger and zero hesitation. Stewart went out into the field and then just whacked the drone right out of the sky. No injuries, no lawsuits, just one less drone in the air. By the way, the drone was probably trying to live stream the game for free. All right, moving on to number 4. If you want to go viral in 2025, what do you think that you need to do some social media content about? All right, let me give you the spoiler. It's tariffs, right? Searches for what is a tariff and who pays it are up 300%. With Trump putting them in the spotlight, people want to know how it's going to affect their jobs and their wallets. So there's a comedian by the name of Walter Masterson. He posted a debate on who really pays tariffs on beans and corn, and it became an instant hit. 8 million views on YouTube, 28 million views on TikTok. That is just crazy. So tariff is a tax to let you know that the government slaps on stuff coming into the country from someplace else. It's kind of like a cover charge for imported goods. So if there's a tariff on imported smartphones, that means that the companies bringing the phones into the country, they have to pay a fee, which means that's going to be obviously passed on to all of us. And finally, this coming in at number 5, starting on May 7th, you need a real ID to fly. And let me tell you, DMVs across the country are a mess. I read a story in the Wall Street Journal about this. And did you know that you can get a gig right now to stand in line for somebody else? And likewise, you could pay somebody to stand in line for you. For example, on TaskRabbit and SpotBlaze, the going rate is about $25 to $35 an hour. And in cities like New York or Los Angeles, that can go over $40. And then there's a tip that you need to give them, like 15% or 20%. But this is really interesting to me. I mean, think about this in our society. You can pay somebody to stand in line for you, okay, for $25, $35 an hour, or you can stand in line for them and make some money. Not too shabby. All righty, think about this. Every time you look anything up online, even those embarrassing and private searches, you fill out a form, you shop, the data brokers, they're just watching. They collect and sell information to anyone just willing to pay. And I'm talking about your name, your address, your phone number, your social security number, even your social media activity. It's all there, often without your knowledge or your consent. Let me tell you, these shady data brokers, they know everything, and they use personal details to track and target in ways that you may not even realize. But there is a way to fight back. Yes, Incogni. Let me tell you, Incogni is this amazing, powerful tool that removes your data from these broker sites and people's search sites, making it so much harder for anyone to get their hands on your personal intel. Now, Incogni automatically handles this tedious process of removal requests to all these data broker sites. And let me tell you, I checked my dashboard today. They have removed me from over 1,480 sites and data brokers. And also, they put me on the data suppression list, which means these folks, they can't add me back. It's illegal for them to add me back. So anyway, here's what you need to do. Go to privacykim.com, and that's where you get my deal 60% off. That's privacykim.com, privacykim.com. All right, let's see. Coming up, we're going to talk about how much money you can make on Amazon by selling books. And let's see, scammers are now posing as IRS agents. Oh, and something I did really fun with ChatGPT and my new little puppy Bella, so pretty. Oh, my gosh. And then, of course, we have just the best callers ever here on the Kim Komando Show. Now, if for any reason you're listening to the Kim Komando Show, it gets interrupted, don't worry about it. You can get the entire show as a podcast in your favorite podcast player.
Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
What does the future hold for business? Ask 9 experts and you'll get 10 answers. Rates rising or falling, inflation being up or down. Can someone please invent a crystal ball? Until then, over 41,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud ERP, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR all into one fluid platform. With one unified business management suite, there's one source of truth, giving you the visibility and control you need to make quick decisions. With real-time insights and forecasting, you're peering into the future with actionable data. When you're closing the books in days, not weeks, you're spending less time looking backward and more time on what's next. And speaking of opportunity, you can now download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning at netsuite.com/Kim. The guide is free for you at netsuite.com/Kim. That's netsuite.com/Kim. netsuite.com/Cam.
In a constantly changing world, nothing is more important than protecting your home and loved ones from harm. And for millions of Americans, that reassurance starts every day by aiming their Simply Safe home security system. Whether you're heading out in the morning or locking up at night, that simple press of a button can do more to protect your family and home, and it gives you greater peace of mind. Simply Safe is setting the new standard in home security, delivering peace of mind every day to millions of Americans. And here's the deal you can't afford to miss. For a limited time, you can get 50% off a new Simply Safe system with professional monitoring. Monitoring plans start at around $1 a day with no contracts, no hidden fees, and a 60-day money-back guarantee to prove Simply Safe is right for you. So hurry, this offer won't last long. Take control of your safety today. Visit simplysafekim.com and save 50% off a new system. That's simplysafekim.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Avoid the stress of preparing to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You can skip the hassle of spring cleaning and sell your home fast for maximum value. Hey, it's Dan Mandis. Don't worry about showings, open houses, or costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market, receive an all-cash offer, and close within days. Now, one of their satisfied clients, Tracy, said the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate was fantastic. She says it could not have gone any better, and we received an offer higher than we were expecting. She says, I wholeheartedly recommend Mark Spain Real Estate. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, just like Tracy's, you can trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home fast with their guaranteed offer. Mark Spain Real Estate has been serving families for nearly 30 years, and you know they've helped over 67,500 satisfied clients. So spring into action and sell your home with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Call 855-299-SOLD. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com. At Start Packing.
/action. We make the news make sense by putting it in perspective and talking about it. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. News, weather, traffic, and talk.
Hey, there is still time for you to enter to win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, a $999 value. We're going to be giving it away here in, I don't know, probably a week or so. So if you have not entered already, make sure you go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All righty then. Let's see. Who is this in the studio with me?
Who is it?
Who is that guy?
I'm really curious.
It's awesome. Andrew Babinski, my cohort, also the co-host on the morning show here on 99.9 KEZ. Andrew, you're looking so wonderful.
Well, what a compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you. You look great yourself.
Like my new hairdo?
It's new.
Yes.
What's new about it?
God, you're such a guy.
I mean, it looks, it's long, it's washed. Yeah.
It's like,
did you get highlights? Did you get lowlights?
It doesn't matter. I sat in the chair for like way too long yesterday. Okay. It's like, I can see why you're bald.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
You just shave it. You're done.
I do it in the shower. I multitask.
So our first caller is very interesting. Did you have a chance to look at the story?
I did. I read it this morning. Yes.
And it's because it's a trend that's happening on social media.
But I don't understand it.
What do you mean?
I don't understand why they would make this post.
Oh, well, we'll get into that.
Okay, good.
But first, let's bring on Sergeant Cunningham in Great Falls, Montana. Hi there, Sergeant.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Great. You know, I read your story, and thank you so much for coming on the show with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Because it's fascinating to me that there's a picture of you that's going viral with is it a German Shepherd, right?
Yeah.
Talking about how you're lost and you've been missing, and your vehicle was discovered last night with your daughter inside. And unfortunately, Officer Cunningham still remains unaccounted for.
What are you doing on the show?
More surprised than me, let me tell you.
Shouldn't you be out there trying to find yourself right now?
Oh, we're putting every effort forward, I tell you.
That's good. So tell me, how did you find out that this was happening?
I actually got a call from our Facebook media person who runs our Facebook page for the police department. And she was like, I'm just checking on you, make sure you're okay. And at that moment, I'm getting text messages and phone calls, and like my phone just blew up. And then she sent me this picture of this post that I was missing, and it was one of our followers on our Facebook page had seen it, a post out of Kent, Washington that I was missing, and knew that I actually worked for the Great Falls Police Department, and sent it to us just saying, hey, you should know about this. And then from there, it's just completely blown up. It's so wild.
And how's your daughter?
Wild as ever.
Exactly.
I feel like because of that post, I already know you. I mean, I know you're 28 years old. You're 5'9". I mean, there's so many details that I know.
I wish I was 5'9", not even in heels.
So where was this picture? Where did they swipe the picture from?
So all of these images that have circulated, the one with me and my canine is actually more recent. That one popped up yesterday. But the one in me in my uniform, just my department picture, those have all been taken off of our Facebook profile, our police department page. They were posted about 10 years ago when I got selected as a firearms instructor. And so they put a post up there with my picture just saying, Great Falls Police has selected their first female firearms instructor, and just kind of gave a quick biography. At that time, I was 28. And then I think the canine pictures soon followed that. So they had to dig pretty far for those.
Wow. Well, so Andrew, you were saying, like, why would they even do this?
Yeah, because they're not asking for money. They're just asking to share the post, to help out. I mean, it seems innocent enough.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to help find a beautiful police officer?
Exactly.
I mean, and you're stunning. I mean,
Maybe I'll get a get out of jail free card if I help find her.
Okay. And then and her daughter. Oh my gosh, found in the car. The trauma. Well, it's appealing to your heartstrings. Okay, so that you will share this image, and you'll say, you know what, we have to help find Sergeant Cunningham. We have to do this. And so as we band together, let's make sure that we each and every one of us shares it. So the whole idea is that you're going to share it, and then when it gets to be enough shares, that's when they'll change the link in the picture to be something more nefarious, maybe some type of scam that's happening on the internet, how to make money, how to avoid your taxes, whatever's happening in the scenes.
So they're building an audience, and then they do the old switcheroo.
So have you seen any of these switched out to something else yet, Sergeant?
No, I haven't. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I just often scroll right by them, to be honest.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see where exactly they're redirecting the traffic, because there's a similar one that's going around that actually was a true story. Not too far from what they're saying happened to you. It was about a guy who was in the car with a couple of kids, and the car went off a bridge, and the kids were able to escape the car, but he didn't. And now it just goes on and on and on. And that was actually a sad story. And then there's another one about a father, and they're showing him with his two kids that he has cancer. And if we share it, everybody who shares is going to send up one more prayer request that he will survive. So what do you do from here now that you're internet famous?
I really